This is Roger with Crosscut in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck as a 2003 GMC Sierra. It's a four-door extra cab short bed. It's a 5.3 liter V8. It's four-wheel drive. It's an SLE, which is cloth, with the Z71 off-road package. Has low miles for an 03, 115,540. It was a theft recovery purchased directly from State Farm. Insurance. It is on a salvage title due to theft, not collision. This is exactly how we bought it. Basically what happens is the attorneys for the insurance company, once the police recover the vehicle, do not want to sell the vehicles on a clear title because that implies some sort of a warranty on the vehicle or guarantee that it's okay. To them, it's not worth the risk. They've already lost a fortune on the truck, paying out a lot of money on the truck, and if they sold to us on a clear title, we sold to you on a clear title, and something happened to you, obviously State Farm has more money than Crosscut. You'd go after them for selling it in the first place, right? So that's why they do it. It's all about attorneys. And honestly, lately, the nicer the car, the more likely it is to have a salvage title. And the bigger mess they are, the more likely they are to have a clear title. It's odd. Well, it's because a clear title car brings more money. So when they have a trashed Lamborghini, they give it a clear title, and when they have a beautiful Lamborghini, they give it a salvage title. So that's how it works. Anyway, we brought it here. Had a really low brake pedal. My attempt at flushing it myself and making it better didn't work, so we had to take it to Monsoon. There they did a master cylinder, a new brake booster, fluid flush and change. They also said the serpentine belt was cracked. It was going to break eventually. So they replaced the serpentine belt. They did a lube, oil, and filter change. They did transmission fluid flush and filled with synthetic, which is great. Driver door handle lock with when they broke into it, they popped the lock, so it needed a new door handle, new driver door lock cylinder, and they broke the actuator. That was an expensive trip. It's $250 to CNS. For that, we did a detail. It's also missing the tilt lever, the tilt wheel lever, which I guess when the thieves steal them, they like to grab onto that when they turn the ignition. The insurance company obviously changed out the ignition. They did spend the money on that to get it running, to sell it for more money. Obviously when it's running it's better. So the insurance company at least wasn't cheap enough to not do an ignition in it, but they did an ignition, and that's where we're at. A little scratch right here and here. I mean, for an 03, it looks great. I mean, is it perfect? No, but it looks really, really good. It's got a nice set of Michelins. Whoever owned it, these are really well-known wheels at Discount Tire. So it looks like they bought some Discount Tire wheels for about $500, and Michelins, they're probably 60 or 70% tread. Those are expensive, really expensive. So the guy liked the truck enough, somewhere in the last 10,000 miles, to spend about probably $1,600 or $1,700 on wheels and tires. Generally, that's a good sign. A couple little things on the side of the bed. Like I said, brand new door handle. All right, let me show you what's going on here. So this is Monsoon's invoice, dated 12/7. Lube, oil, and filter, serpentine belt, tranny flush with synthetic, master cylinder, power brake booster, fluid flush for brakes. This is from CNS Locksmith, $275. Door lock, cylinder, actuator, labor. All this stuff will be linked to our to the ad, so you can look at this online also. These are the parts that Monsoon bought: master cylinder, brake booster. What's the last one here? Probably a serpentine belt. They have all the fluids. So here's the auto check. There's the VIN. Okay. It had 2 accidents this life, no damage on record, so it must have been really minor because usually they light them up. Theft record, which is why it's here. So it's in Denver. It says here accident report at 5/4, and then they go get a title or plates, probably registration's what that means, 3 days later. So it wasn't bad enough to keep them from going to get tags for it 3 days later. It was stolen 2/26 of 22, recovered 3/7 of 22. Reported as insurance loss. Insurer claim paid insurance vehicle loss caused by theft. Okay, so that's all the paperwork on it. All that stuff will be linked. You'll be able to see it yourself. Let me fire this guy up here. We got a bunch of keys and remotes, and they all work, which is nice. All right. 115,542 miles. Okay. And I've driven this quite a bit. Across town. It's a monsoon. We put about 30 miles on it, 20 to 30 miles on it. Nice and running 5.3. I love how quiet they are. That's probably why they went from the 5.7 to 350 to the 5.3, because they were so loud. Door locks. This is a manual seat over here. I think when my brother took photos, the weather mats were in the bed, so now I put them inside there. We'll have detectives online. I'll be like, yeah, it's different. That's a seat trim for the back seat that they took out. There's a manual in there. I'll show you where that seat trim goes if you want to put it in. Generally people don't. It gets caught on stuff and it's annoying. It clips in right over this thing. If you want it there, just throw it in there. It's pretty easy. Anyway, so you pull down on this deal and the seat goes up, right? It's like that. Pull down, seat goes down. Seat's in great shape. Doors are in great shape. All right, window. Let's see, door locks. Mirrors, out, in, up, and down. Other side, out, in, up, and down. This is where I'm telling you the tilt lever is missing. I would have to buy a whole column for this problem. And frankly, I hate when my kids adjust my tilt lever. You can do it with your finger, just like this. Just pull it forward, you know, and that might keep people from adjusting your steering wheel for you. I imagine you could probably just plug a piece of, you know, go buy a broken column and plug a piece in there, but I don't think it's worth dealing with, frankly. All right. Obviously, they stole the radio. What was nice about it is they left it, they just unplugged it. Because there's the plug, and then there's the antenna. That's a USB cable, too. And there's the antenna. There's the antenna, plug, USB. So, radios are so cheap now, you know, go get a radio for it. I mean, it's ridiculous to have us put a radio in and you won't even like the radio we choose for you. Let's see. This is tow up here, on and off. I'll put it in neutral, put it in 4 low. I don't know if you can see it blinking or not. Now it's solid. All right. That is granny gear. I'll bet you top speed in this thing in 4 low is about 5. All right, and then reverse in 4 low. Boom. All right, go to neutral. Now we'll go to 4 high. Boom, now it's in 4 high. We go drive and reverse. All right, perfect. Neutral, we'll go back to 2-wheel drive. Now we're in 2-wheel drive. Hard to see with that sun on it. All right. First of all, if you come to Tucson to drive it home, obviously you need plates and insurance. You can get neither on the salvage title. We have to take it to the cops to get what's called a level 3 inspection done. Once you get a level 3 inspection done, we can take the salvage title and the level 3 inspection down to motor vehicles here in Arizona and get what's called a restored salvage title. At that point, you can get plates and insurance. Obviously, if you're gonna drive it home, that's gonna be mandatory. So, that's $200 for us to do that for you. Then we have a $250 dock fee, and we have taxes, which are your state tax plus our city of 2.7. So if you come here, you're gonna pay your state tax plus our city of 2.7, a $250 dock fee, and $200 to restore the title. If you pay by wire and ship out of state, all you're gonna pay is agreed upon price, and that's it. There'll be no taxes, no dock fee, nothing, okay? So unless you want to let us know at the time of sale if you're gonna buy it and pay for it from out of state, and you want us to restore the title, let us know. We'll add $200 to the deal and we'll get it done. Usually it takes 2 or 3 days from the time to get an appointment to go in there. We have friends down there, so a lot of people wait weeks, but we usually only wait 1 or 2 or 3 days at the most. Anyway, that's how that works. Deposit's $500. Once we have an agreed upon price, get your deposit in. Vehicles like this, ones that aren't 30 grand, are hard to find, okay? And so please realize that other people are looking at the vehicle and their eyes are popping out of their head too. You know, they don't realize that the price is the price because obviously it's on a salvage title, which affects the price. You know, but when they do, and then they see the video and they watch the video and they see me driving it and they see what it looks like, they're all over it just like you are. So, you know, if you need to talk to somebody, if you need to talk to your husband or your wife about the vehicle you just saw online and you're gonna wait 5 or 6 hours, probably not a good idea, especially on this vehicle. Call him or her up, tell her to knock on the internet, get on the internet immediately, look at the vehicle and make a decision, okay? There's no reason at all to wait other than, you know, you want to be pissed off when you get home and find out that someone else put a deposit on the truck, and that happens a lot. I just did a video on a Cherokee that I said the same thing. There's certain vehicles you can see it coming. This is one of them. That Cherokee is another one. Some vehicles, yeah, not so much. You know, it'll take a couple weeks to sell. This one could be sold in an hour. So if you like it, you like it. Now, last part of every video, make sure you listen to this part. This is a, what, God, it's 2022. They're already selling 23s. So model year, this is 20 years old, all right? It's low miles. They're great trucks, great reputations, but we're not Nostradamus, all right? We don't know when something's gonna break on them. Therefore, we tell you this. We don't have salesmen. We don't have, you know, to pay commissions to. We have this terrible road to do demos on, so you can hear how much, you know, vibration it has or anything. Because basically we're four-wheeling down the road, which is unbelievable. I mean, this road is absolutely absurd. But they have beautiful locations. They have people serving scones and lattes at one of them. They have a game room at another one. They've got ridiculous money in these places, which means that they have to make every dollar they can. So they just crush you on vehicles, okay? They also know that because they crush you on a vehicle, and if something were to happen to it, you would be pissed off and come back and say, I just paid $1 zillion for this thing and a window broke or an injector took a crap or whatever. And they would have to fix it because obviously they should, because they made that much money. The only way we can keep this business running is by giving you all the truth about the vehicle and then you becoming the owner on day one. There's absolutely nothing worse than lying to someone online and then have it come back in your ass, all right? So we don't do that, all right? In fact, I'm looking at this thing and it looks really good, but I think that the passenger's bedside and the driver door, I think from the taillight, it looks like to here has been painted. It looks great, but when you get it in the right light, you can tell. So that might have been the first or the second accident, probably the second, the one that was minor, because they were driving it too fast after the first. So, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. There's no value in us BSing you. So, bottom line is, just know that when you buy from us, you're the owner on day one. You saved a bunch of money. When something breaks, and it will, because it's a used truck and it's 20 years old, that you're fixing it with the money you save. You're saving money because of the title. You're saving money because it's 20 years old. You're saving money because you're buying from us, all right? And all those things need to be taken into account when you're dealing with us. All right, so that's that. Our videos can be 17 minutes and 38 seconds. And what I've done is I forgot my remote for the gate, so I might as well just like do another lap around or something while I wait, and hopefully I see my brother hit back here in a minute and he'll open the gate for me. Otherwise I'll have to get my phone out and punch in the code, and I'm too lazy for that, so we'll just go drive around a little bit more. Anyway, this road, as you can tell, is not well maintained. I won't let you wonder. You won't wonder long when I ask you, who do you think runs Tucson? Which party? Okay? Just guess. Won't take long. Yep, you're right. And that's why we have potholes, we have horrible roads, we have this beautiful city. Look at the mountains right there. We're supposed to get snow all the way to the base of those mountains Monday. Today is Friday the 9th, and we're supposed to get, today it was 75, on Monday it'll be 50 for the high and 30 for the low. And Mount Lemmon, which is at the top of those mountains, behind the peak of that mountain right there, we can get to the top of the Mount Lemmon from here in about an hour and be snow skiing right now. There's snow up there now, but it's going to be covered. There's going to be 2 or 3 feet of snow up there at least, that'll fall Monday, so it'll be pretty cool, but literally pretty cool, like cold cool. The older I get, the less I like that, but it's pretty. Thing could use a little gas too, huh? Anyway, the videos can be 17 minutes and 38 seconds long. So at 17 minutes and 38 seconds, it'll go bye-bye. So watch your ticker. I've never done 2 laps in a video before. Now I have. Anyway.